All right, so you want to up your investment game in 2024. You and everyone else, right? Well, you've got your eyes on crypto,
Smart move.
but where do you even begin? I feel you. It's like trying to decipher another language.
One written in code.
Exactly, like I said.
We hear you.
That's where our deep dive into the Crypto Investor Guide 2024 comes in.
We're going to break it down,
We're cutting through the jargon.
extracting those golden nuggets to make this whole crypto thing a little less mysterious.
Yeah, think of us as your crypto cheat sheet,
Right.
right? We're not just telling you what cryptos are, but how to actually think about investing in them.
And the guide, very smartly, it starts with the fundamentals,
Which is huge.
laying that foundation.
It's like you can't build a house without a solid foundation.
That is sick.
Same goes for your crypto knowledge, right?
Absolutely.
So let's talk crypto. What is it? I mean, the guide defines it as like a digital or virtual currency. Okay, that makes sense. But it uses cryptography for security. What does that even mean?
So think of cryptography as like the super secure lock on your digital wallet.
Okay.
And it operates on blockchain technology.
Chase, see, that's another one of those words.
Right. So imagine a digital ledger
Okay.
that records every single transaction, every single one, across a massive network of computers.
Like a giant digital spreadsheet.
Exactly. But here's the kicker. It's decentralized.
Yeah.
No single entity, no bank, no government controls it.
So it's like the Wild West of finance.
In a way, but with all those transactions out in the open, it's actually more secure and transparent.
Because every transaction is trackable and permanent.
You got it.
Hmm.
It's like having a public record of every financial transaction ever made.
So where do we even begin?
Well, the guide, it kicks things off with the big two, Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Can't talk crypto without them.
Right. They're like the gateways into this whole world. Bitcoin, the OG, right?
The original gangster.
It's often compared to digital gold. Scarce, valuable, and recognized globally.
And then there's Ethereum, which is a whole other animal.
Think of it less like digital gold, more like the internet itself.
Whoa, okay, explain.
It's a platform, right, for building applications, decentralized applications. Things like...
Okay, so not just a currency.
Exactly. It's a platform for innovation.
And this is where things like NFTs come in.
NFTs, DAOs, the whole 9 yards, all built on Ethereum.
It's a lot to wrap your head around.
It is. It is.
But we're just getting started.
There's a whole universe of crypto out there, beyond Bitcoin and Ethereum.
We're talking about
Altcoins,
thousands of them.
each with its own purpose, its own technology.
Some promising, some
Yeah.
maybe not so much.
Exactly. It's like panning for gold. You got to know what to look for.
And lucky for you, we're about to dig into that.
That's right.
So stick around as we journey deeper into the world of Crypto Investor Guide 2024. And that's where this guide, Crypto Investor Guide 2024, gets really interesting.
It does.
Because it's not just about the tech.
No.
It's about, you know,
The mental game,
the mindset
Yep.
of being a crypto investor.
which is huge.
Right. Because, I don't know about you, but
Oh, tell me.
I've definitely been guilty of this. Like, you see a coin taking off. Everyone's talking about it.
Everyone's getting rich.
And you're like, I got to get in on that.
Tomo.
The fear of missing out.
The crypto killer.
Right. And that's when you make, like, emotional decisions,
Oh,
which usually end up bad.
usually. Not always, but usually.
Yeah, well, the guide really emphasizes this. Like,
Taking emotion out of it.
yeah, like, chill out.
Think long term.
Like, you wouldn't panic sell your house just because the real estate market dipped for a day, right?
Exactly. This is a long game.
Right.
Patience, man. Patience.
Which is easier said than done,
So
but
it's true.
the guide lays out these 3 key mindset principles.
Hit me.
Patience,
Number 1.
long-term vision,
Oh, I have it.
and risk management.
Can't forget that one.
Right, and they give this example of Amazon, right?
Fancy.
Like, Amazon stock didn't just go straight up.
No. Took time.
It took years before it really started to, you know,
Reach its potential.
become what it is today.
Exactly.
So
Patience.
patience, and then there's risk management, which is something I'm, like, always working on.
Aren't we all?
Because I get so excited about these projects, you know.
I get it.
But the guide stresses the importance of diversification.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Exactly.
Smart portfolio allocation.
So they recommend, like, this 50-30-20 split.
A good starting point.
Right, so break it down for us.
Okay, so 50% in your core holdings,
Which is
your Bitcoin, your Ethereum.
the blue chips.
Exactly. The foundation of your crypto portfolio. Then you've got your 30% in mid-caps.
Mid-caps being...
Think of them as the up-and-comers. Solid projects, good tech, but maybe not as established as the big two. The guide mentions Polkadot and Chainlink as good examples.
Okay, so those are ones to, like, do a little more research on.
Exact.
Got it. And then the last 20%.
Ah, the high risk, high reward.
This is where it gets fun.
This is where you can really, potentially hit it big.
Turn shots.
Exactly. But remember,
High risk, high reward.
you could also lose it all.
Two.
But don't go all in on something just because it sounds cool, right?
Right. Diversification is key.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Spread that risk around.
So we've got our mindset in check.
Sure.
Our portfolio's diversified.
Looking good.
But how do we actually, like, play the crypto game?
Right.
Like, we've laid the groundwork. We're feeling good.
We've got the right mindset.
But how do we actually make moves in this crazy crypto market?
Well, that's where things get a little more, shall we say, technical.
The guide kind of lost me in the weeds on this section,
It can be a bit much.
talking about things like technical analysis and on-chain analysis.
Right. So think of those as like tools in your investor toolkit.
Okay.
Technical analysis is all about looking at the charts,
Okay.
identifying trends, patterns.
Like trying to predict where the price is going based on where it's been.
You got it. Using those past price movements to hopefully make some smart decisions in the present.
And on-chain analysis, that one always sounds a little intimidating.
It's really just about diving deeper, right? Instead
Yeah.
of just looking at price charts, you're analyzing the data coming directly from the blockchain.
So like transaction volume, how many people are actually using a particular crypto?
Exactly. You can see if those big players, the whales,
Ooh, the
are
WAS.
they loading up or cashing out?
That's actually really cool.
It gives you that sort of behind-the-scenes look.
But the guide stresses that this stuff takes time to learn.
Oh, absolutely. You don't become a master trader overnight.
Right.
It's about gradually incorporating these tools, building your knowledge over time.
So start slow, don't get overwhelmed.
Exactly. Rome wasn't built in a day.
Now, speaking of taking a long-term view, the guide also talks about market cycles.
Ah, yes. The ebb and flow of the crypto market.
The booms and busts.
The bull and bear markets.
Right, because it's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows.
Unfortunately not. What goes up must come down, right? Okay.
So how do we ride those waves without, getting completely wiped out?
That's where understanding these cycles is key. Knowing that a bear market, a downturn, it's not the end of the world.
It's just part of the process.
Exactly. And if you're prepared for it, if you've got that long-term mindset, you can actually use those dips to your advantage.
Buy low, sell high, as they say.
Exactly. Easier said than done, but that's the name of the game.
Now, before we wrap things up, we got to talk about the elephant in the room.
Which is?
Security.
Ah, yes, the golden rule of crypto.
Because it's all fun and games until someone loses their digital life savings.
Look, it's so important. This is your money we're talking about, your responsibility.
And the guide doesn't mess around. They go all in on this.
As they should.
Talking about hardware wallets, two-factor authentication,
Must-haves.
and being very wary of phishing scams.
Oh, yeah, those are everywhere.
So, bottom line, protect yourself. Protect your crypto.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So there you have it, folks. Our crash course in all things crypto, courtesy of the Crypto Investor Guide 2024.
We've covered a lot of ground.
We have. We talked about the basics of blockchain, Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoins, the whole 9 yards.
And most importantly, the mindset.
Right. Don't forget about the mental game.
That's what separates the pros from the, well,
And remember, this is just the beginning. The crypto world is constantly changing, evolving.
always something new to learn.
So stay curious, do your research, and invest responsibly.
And never stop learning.
Couldn't have said it better myself. That's all the time we have for today's deep dive. We'll catch you in the next one.